Okay, so here we are at our desired endpoint. Got my bars done, got my bushing done, got me a nice hard dowel pin here that I ground me a flat spot on so we can lock it in place. Got a couple of urethane die springs to hold the, you'll see in a minute. So let's go ahead and commence with putting these things together. It's getting, you can probably see over, no you can't see over my shoulder. It's getting dark outside. About to the end of the day, I'm gonna go home and have me some pizza, I believe. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna drive this in such a manner that I can see the flat spot. I'm going to double set screw that so that the top one locks the bottom one in place, or would if I get it in the hole. Those are stainless set screws, so we won't have, we shouldn't have any dissimilar metal corrosion. I'll be able to get this apart later on. Okay, so now this sticks out on purpose on this side because in use we'll have a station here and a station here, and then there'll also be a station where the bar is turned up sideways and butted up against the end of that pin. That's our first station actually. So put my bushing in the other piece. So I think before I do that I'm going to flip it over and drive there's a little 1/8 inch dowel pin to locate it against the hard jaws. And that just drives in there. I'll run a stone around it to make sure I didn't raise a burr, but now we'll put our bushing in. And I'm just going to put a little bit of blue Loctite on this. It fits real nice, but I don't want it to back out on me over time. That's an 1 3/16 16 thread. And the bushing is just made out of mild steel. Like I think it's 1018 cold roll. It doesn't really matter what it's made out of, it just needs to be softer than the pin. And since the pin is like 58 Rockwell, that's pretty much everything. Okay, so now we got our pin, or the bushing seats in it's in a bore seated on this OD to keep it centered up where I want it, and it's down against the face. And hopefully that Loctite will hold it there. So now we got our pin here, our die bush, or our die springs in their little homes. And then this thing here. Yep. Okay. So these are to hold everything together once it's been assembled, so I don't have to worry about losing the die springs and whatever in use. They got a little, you can see they got a little counter bore that they sit down in, and at rest the spring can't get out, and I want to hold these things close enough together that they won't let the springs get away when you open the. Alright, there's that. Running in there. There's always one of the pair that doesn't want to run in as quite as easy. There must be some schmutz on the threads of this. See? I don't want them tight. I just want to run them down so that they won't let it come open any farther than it already is right now. So that's what that nut was for. We'll jam it against the face of this one, and that will hold our alignment for us. All right, here we go. One functional set of soft jaws. Now they'll be squeezed like this. I got 2 vices in there. These die springs are roughly, you see down in there, the springs are roughly on the center line of the vices. So each one will get squeezed here. This floats out in the middle of between the vices, so it doesn't really matter. And then this pin here locates against the outside of the hard jaw so that it indexes in the same place every time when it goes in and out of the machine. And then we'll put that in the vise and drop these spacer blocks here in there to clamp down on them. They're exactly 800 thou. And clamp everything down, and then when I'll go ahead and face the top off of this in the CNC machine and cut our pockets and whatever to make the soft jaws, and they'll be ready to rock and roll. So this part's done. Probably do the CNC machining in a separate video. So thanks for watching, guys.